All right, welcome.
I'm Les.
And I'm Steve.
And this is Tabletop Tastings.
It's the perfect pairing for board games
and whiskey tastings.
All right, so we just wanted to introduce ourselves quickly and just explain a little bit about why we're making these videos for everyone.
Yeah, so why are we making these videos for everyone?
Well, Les and I have been friends for a very long time, and something that we really enjoy doing together is playing some board games
And drinking some whiskey. That's right.
We love it.
So what we're trying to do is kind of just have some fun here. We're going to pair the perfect whiskey with the perfect board game.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you can play game nights, but if you don't have something good to go with them, what's the point?
Exactly. Because a little bit of good food, some great whiskey, and a great board game. Sounds like an awesome night to me.
And on the front of board games, I've chosen one here for us to play today. Now, Steve has never seen this game before.
I have not.
He knows nothing about it. But I've got some notes here to bring out.
I'm looking forward to it.
So this game was designed by Palo Mori. Now, I have no idea who that is, but this person also designed Ethnos, Libertalia, and Blitzkrieg. The artist is John McCambridge, and he's worked on a few Asmodee games, and it's published by Space Cowboys. Now, Space Cowboys I've never really heard of prior to this. Have you heard of Space Cowboys?
I have not, but it sounds exciting. Space and Cowboys.
That's right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some exploration. We're going to explore some legendary sites. Do we form small expeditions to quickly advance, or larger expeditions that will net us more points but are slower to assemble? What are you going to do?
We're going to find out.
Okay, so it's a brand new game. It's got a 7.2 score on BGG. What's nice is it can be played 2 to 6 players, and the average play time is about 1 minute. It's about
1 minute.
The average play time is about 60 seconds. Okay, so let's reveal the game. So if you carefully...
So all that... Sorry, just wait a second, Les.
Yeah.
So all that information will be in the notes, and you'll be able to easily find the game that we're going to play, right?
Yes, that's a great idea. Yeah, no, that's perfect. That's exactly what's going to do. Everything about the game will be in the comments.
Perfect, yeah. And everything that we play and everything that we drink, we want to make sure that it's available for you to get. And so that's what we're going to try and make sure that we do. Sometimes with games, especially board games, they get really popular pretty quickly. And the same thing with whiskeys. So it can be a little difficult to find, but we're going to try our best to make sure that everything that we play, everything we drink, you're going to be able to find.
Sweet. So if we pick this up and just lift ever so gingerly, we can take this away. Ooh. And the game we have for you is Archeos Society. Okay, so it's a brand new game.
Looks exciting.
It's pretty sweet. I really hope you enjoy this because I think it's fantastic. We got a few different things going on here. We've got our scoreboard over here. I've pre-picked our tokens to be used, but what's neat with the tokens is they're all little vehicles. So we've got little trucks, boats, planes. You actually have a...
Ooh, it's a Zeppelin.
A Zeppelin, that's right.
That's cool.
Pretty sweet.
Okay.
So we've got our tracks here. These are all different dig sites that we're going to go investigate or search into, archaeologicalize, if you will.
Nice.
From there. And how we're going to do that is we're going to do that with these decks of cards. Now, what's kind of neat about this game is it comes with 12 different sets of cards. And each of those sets of cards is a specific role. And these roles actually change how the game is played. So each time you play through, you can choose different roles and then change the game up quite a bit on your playthrough. So I've got 6 that I've selected here. Okay. So I've set them out here. And essentially what we're doing is whenever we make digs at different sites, we're going to play from our hand a set of cards.
Okay.
And those set of cards will either be based on the color, which you notice there's different colors up here. And what's nice with the colors is for those that are colorblind, they put little patterns on them as well to help easily distinguish the sets.
Excellent.
As some may not know, Steve here is colorblind. So a lot of times when we play through these games, we're going to be taking that consideration.
Yeah.
That'll be a consideration or factor thing we think about.
Yeah. And I won't rant about it right now. We'll leave that for another episode.
Excellent. So when we're playing cards, we're either playing them based on the color or the pattern or the symbols up at the top.
Okay.
And those symbols are the rules themselves. So right here, we've got our student. And the student, he's great for helping out, but he's not going to lead any expedition. So he's got that little symbol, he's got a slash through it. Basically, he is useless for leading things.
Okay.
And he can't lead things. We've got the doctor. And what the doctor does is normally we're going to keep drawing cards with a bunch of cards in our hands. But when we go to play an expedition, we've got to return all the other cards back. The doctor allows us to keep those cards in our hands so we can utilize them for future turns.
And he looks like such a happy guy, too.
He's a very happy guy. So how this kind of works is each of the spots on the board tells you how many cards you need to play in that expedition in order to advance your vehicle to the next section. You can never advance more than one section at a time. So for example, here you need at least one in your set to advance here. Up here you need 2 in your set to advance. Here you need 3 to advance, 4 to advance, and so on.
Okay.
So if I wanted to play in here, that's where the color comes in. So the color, and they put the same pattern up here on the board as well, matches. So I could play 1 card, and that's my expedition, and then lead my vehicle forward.
Okay.
So the doctor allows you to keep the rest of the cards in your hand. The dude here, I don't remember what his job actually is, but he's got a little lantern. And what he allows you to do is advance with 1 fewer cards than are required. So here you could lead an expedition. So your vehicle is here. You could have an expedition with only 2 people in it. So your vehicle is here, an expedition with only 2 people in it, and move the 3rd space.
Okay.
This person here, that's the photographer. And what she does is at the end of each round, which the game is played over 3 rounds. With 2 players, it's just played over 2 rounds. But whenever you score, you're going to score based on the size of your expedition. So over here, each of your expeditions, if there's just 2 people in your expedition, you get 1 point.
Okay.
If there's 3, you get 3. If there's 4, you get 5.
Okay.
5, you get 8 points. And 6, you get 12 points. So you can add +1 to whatever your expedition size is for end of round scoring.
Okay.
We've got the botanist. What the botanist does is he takes this little tool and he's going to measure the size of your expedition party. And if it equals this or larger, you get 2 points right away.
Okay.
And then if you control this at the end of the round, you still get 2 additional points. And someone can steal that by playing another botanist themselves.
Okay.
And then last but not least, we've got our pilot. And what the pilot does is whenever you play an expedition, you can do that same expedition at another site as long as you've got enough cards to move ahead. So a great way to score additional places.
So those are the cards that are in this deck here.
Those are the cards that are in this deck. I'm
Okay.
just going to give this a quick little shuffle up.
And they go towards any of these expedition sites, which is pretty cool. Chichen Itza, I always call it Chicken Itza, in Mexico. We went to its sister place, together.
Right.
And we went to Tulum.
Sweet.
In January of last year.
Huh. I completely... good memory, is what I could say.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And you can see there's little
exciting
star values in each of the little sections. So wherever your vehicle makes it to, when we score at the end of the round, those will be the points that you get. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to deal 1 card out to each player.
Okay.
We're going to put 4 cards, do it up here, face up. Okay, and this becomes our draw pile.
Okay.
Now the draw pile, we put out 1 card for each player plus 2 additional ones. And what will happen is when it's our turn, we're going to do just 1 of 2 things.
Yeah.
We're either going to draw a card or we're going to play an expedition.
Okay.
So an expedition can be as few as 1 cards, or it can be as many as you want. There is a maximum of 10 cards that you can hold in your hand.
Okay.
Now, the draw pile is made up of 4 cards.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever a card gets taken from there, it doesn't get replaced. But what happens is, say you took 1 card, so there's only 3 there. Mm-hmm. Then whenever you're drawing from the draw pile, you get to draw 1 plus any empty spaces there are. So potentially if all 4 cards are taken, you could be drawing 5 cards at once.
Okay.
What we're going to do now is we're going to take the stack. You could pass me those 3 monkeys. And if you just want to shuffle those 3 monkeys into this one deck.
Into the one?
Yeah, we'll put them face down.
Yep.
Here's my starting card. Okay, so now that the monkeys are all in there, we're going to put this in the bottom half. Okay. So we got all 3 monkeys in the bottom half of the total stack. And that'll trigger the end of round 1, is once we've revealed all 3 monkeys.
Oh, okay.
Now, you may think it'll take a while to get through that giant stack of cards. However, once we get going, you'll see they start going really, really quick.
Yeah.
So that's really it. Before we get in those, I feel like something's missing.
Yeah, me too.
Any ideas what that might be?
Probably the tasting portion. So you get your board game set up.
It's ready to go.
But you always want to have something to drink with it.
Right. Now, I gave you a theme.
Yeah.
I had indicated we're going to do exploration or world travel, which is what we're doing. We're visiting the 4 different sites. What whiskey have you selected for us to pair perfectly with this game?
So sometimes you don't have to travel very far to get something really good.
It's true.
And so I'm hoping that this one's going to be a fan favorite. I've heard really good things about it. And in fact, it was when we were traveling together that I picked up this bottle. And you probably don't even remember that I did so. But I'm really super excited to try this one out.
Okay, awesome.
So I'm going to tell you right away. It's a bourbon from the States, from Kentucky. And
now this would be the United States.
United States of America.
Okay, fantastic.
And so Bookers is the name of the distiller. And they're kind of brought to us from the Beam Centauri. Yes, that's right. Jim Beam.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And Maker's Mark.
Sweet.
Same company. Same family.
Okay. Same
of distillers.
Same family. Okay.
Yeah. And so just like you, I love a good story. So let's bring out this box because, as a consumer.
I remember that box. I remember the box.
So as a consumer, the bottling to me does count. And, or the packaging, I should say, does count.
Is that real wood?
It really is real wood. And so this is kind of a trademark of Bookers. And I have never tried Bookers. I saw the box. And have heard some I've heard some great things about it. So I thought I have to pick one of these up. And so this bottle, along with all of the releases that they put out for them, has such a cool story for it. So in fact, this one, the story that goes along with this whiskey is really kind of neat. And it has like a family feel to it because the story that goes along with it is actually contained. What's that?
I see that.
Yeah, you should can. Has a little tasting notes.
It's awesome.
Little story, batch story that goes along with it. Isn't that cool? And in fact, so it even tells you where the casks were stored and all that kind of really cool stuff. So if you pick yourself up a bottle of Bookers, you'll get the batched tasting story notes that go along with it, which is really quite something unique. I've never seen that before on anything that I've ever purchased. So I thought that was pretty cool. So this is from the 2002 Bookers collection, and it is called the Kentucky Tea.
I like tea, but I like whiskey and bourbon a little bit better.
I know. So, all right. So, do you like homemade iced tea?
I don't know if I've ever had homemade iced tea.
No. So if you go to the States and you ask for iced tea at a restaurant,
some sweet tea,
you'll get sweet tea, right? So they take the tea leaves and they distill it in the water.
Okay.
And that gives you your iced tea. So really kind of neat story that goes along with this. Have you ever thought of doing that with bourbon?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. And until I read the story that goes along with this bottle, and this is why they call it the Bookers Kentucky Tea batch. So
that's a tea I could get behind.
It's awesome. Yeah. And it gets better. Okay. So as you read through the batch story, it talks about why they're doing this. All right. So Fred No, the 7th generation master distiller, he gives us the following story inside of this little Booker's batch notes. And so just the story goes on with the following. It says, while some may flavor their water with tea, he said his dad, Booker No, loved to flavor his water with bourbon. And he called it Kentucky tea,
which
makes me really want to get to know this guy. Because he sounds like my kind of guy.
Yeah.
Right? So then the story continues. As you can imagine, Dad loved the flavor of bourbon, especially his Bookers bourbon. And so he would take 1 part bourbon and 4 parts of water, and he called it his Kentucky tea. So I think we're gonna try that a little bit later. We're gonna open this bottle.
Yeah, before we try the tea, can we try some of the bourbon here?
Well, yeah, we're gonna do that. Just give it a second, because the story kind of keeps going on. And so one night when Booker was having supper with a reporter, the reporter just asked him, why do you drink Kentucky tea? And his dad quickly replied, why would I flavor my water with tea leaves when I could flavor it or can flavor it with my own whiskey?
It's a question we should really all ask ourselves.
And again, I love the story that goes along with it. Maybe I'm making it a little bit longer than it needs to be, but the story behind the bottle just makes it that much more important. And I've been preparing for this for a bit, and it's been really hard not to open this bottle up and really to try that. So, all right. So
I just want to say, you've done really well at this, because our trip was 8 months ago.
I know.
So you've been hanging on to this for 8 months and haven't cracked it.
I have been waiting for it. So we're going to try a little later on. We're going to try Booker Knows Kentucky tea. But for now, we're just going to try this tasty little bottle. And so this bottle has been aged for 7 years, 4 months, and 14 days, which is another kind of neat thing with Booker's bourbon.
Hold on.
Usually you get just a year.
Okay.
I've never seen a bottle that tells you the year, the month, and how many days it's been sitting in the cask. So I thought that was pretty cool too.
That's awesome.
And I'm holding.
You're holding?
You said hold on.
I was going to ask more about that, and then you answered it. So you did. You read my mind. That was great. That was great.
Well, that's why we work well together. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's give this.
That's such a good looking box.
It's so cool. That is a beautiful looking bottle too. If you can see, that is really cool. Now, one of the really interesting things about this is that so most whiskeys are about 40% ABV. Or alcohol by volume.
Right.
This is 63.25%. So that means it's 126.5 proof.
Huh.
So it's pretty high octane. But I think that's why Booker was able to mix his with his water, because it's just such a high proof alcohol. So let's open this guy up. I'm really, really excited to try this one. And then I'm really, really excited to explore some Chichen Itza and all these other places.
I'll admit, I'm not as excited about trying the tea variant of it, but I'm willing to take it for a spin.
I totally am. I honestly, I'm looking forward to trying the bottle, straight out of the bottle, but I really want to try that because from the story and even from their website, just understanding the Knoll family and how they made everything, distilled everything, and how they got really into bourbon making. I want to try it the way that they would enjoy it. So anyways, that's what I want to do. Okay. This has a fantastic scent already to it.
A little whiff of that.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I just want to. I'm not going to slam it from the bottle or anything. Okay,
you
just
never know.
Good. I'll allow you to pour.
Okay, let's pour this bad boy out and give it a go. We're going to give ourselves a pretty good little tasting there. So what do you think of the nose?
It smells very nice.
It
smells like a bourbon.
Yeah, you get the caramel, right? So bourbons have a lot of caramel nose to them. It's a little bit sweeter. A bit of like baking spices, right? To it.
Smells delicious.
It does. All right, let's see how well it tastes. Let's go.
Oh, that's got a little kick. It's got a little kick.
It does, but you know what? So a lot of times, a little bit higher percentage of alcohol, and again, most of the time, you're having about 40% in a regular bottle of whiskey. So sometimes if you get these ones that are 100 proof, 120 proof, That's a lot of what you get from it. But I really have to say, this drinks a lot lower than that, which is nice because you're not just tasting alcohol. You really get the flavors. I'm loving this.
Delicious.
I am really, really loving this. Yeah, that finish is really good too. It's not long.
Sweetness to it as well.
Yeah. It's not super long, but it sits there just long enough on your tongue, which is something I always really enjoy, especially with the whiskey. I don't want to go on too bad.
So good.
Yeah. Well, no family. Booker. Whew. This is one fantastic bottle. If you can get yourself, now they every year or a couple of times a year, they'll release different batches. So you may not be able to find the Kentucky tea. But if this one is an example of what these guys are putting out, get yourself a bottle of Bookers. Whatever the story goes along with it, it's going to be great. I can tell you right now. And like, again, I just tried this for the first time, and this is really, really good. I think that's the highest ABV I've ever had. So I was a little worried because a lot of times, again, the alcohol just overpowers. Mm-hmm. But in this one, it really
it's 63%. There's so much flavor in it.
That's 125 proof. Was that what it is? 126.5 proof. I don't think I've ever had that high.
That's
proof
fantastic.
Yeah. Well, Booker's bourbon, you're winning. In
Well,
my mind.
We could keep drinking all day, but we got a game to play.
Let's get this game on the road.
And I think you've chose the perfect bourbon to go with this ride.
Yeah.
Okay. So how this works is the person to last visit an archaeological dig site, this is what's in the rules, goes first.
So who stepped foot off of Tulum the last?
I was trying to think who would have got on the bus first.
So you know what? I'll be honest.
Okay.
I think my wife and I and my kids got to the little store where we ate the most fantastic
so good
tacos, burritos, the best Mexican food that we had the entire visit. I believe we were there first. So technically, I think you guys stepped foot off of the site last.
Okay, that's cool. So I'll go first. And what happens, the rounds in this are super quick. Essentially, we're either going to pick up a card or we're going to play a expedition.
Okay.
When we play an expedition and you do a set, whatever the top card of that set is will be the roll or that extra ability that we get to take place.
Okay.
So we'll kind of show how it works. So I'm just going to draw a card right now.
So how many cards do you get to draw at once?
So it's one per time, and you can choose from the face-up or from here.
Okay.
After the face-up cards, if there's fewer than 4 there, however many fewer than 4, you're drawing in addition to your one that you take here.
Okay. And then how many cards can you play at once?
As many as you want,
okay.
But your hand can only ever hold a maximum of 10 cards.
Okay. Yes, I heard that part. I'm sorry. I was super excited to get into the whiskey that I may have forgotten every single one of the rules that you told me.
All good. So I'm going to grab the student here, and then it's your turn.
Okay.
So if you're drawing a card now, because there's only 3 there, you can draw 2 from the stack, or you can take a face-up one.
I'm going to do 2 from the stack, because I'm going to see if I can.
And that's your turn.
Okay.
And I'm going to draw another one. So I'm taking 2 from the stack.
I'm going to do 2 from the stack as well.
Excellent. I'm doing 2 from the stack also.
All right. I'm going to do another 2 from the stack as well.
Okay. And me also.
Okay. Let's do another 2.
Okay.
And that'll put me at 9 cards. So now I'm going to have to do something after this.
So I'm going to play an expedition.
Okay.
And how that works is you play them all down at the same time.
Okay.
So I've got 3 cards in this expedition, and it's a doctor. So the expedition, it's in the pink site here. Mm-hmm. So it requires 3 cards to move ahead. So I'm going to move my truck ahead by 3 because I've got 3 cards.
Okay.
And then because I played the doctor, I get to keep the cards I have in my hand in my hand.
Oh, okay.
So now it's back to you.
Perfect. I'll just do the doctor for now.
So you play. Oh, you're just going to play the 1 card.
Why?
That's
Why
actually
not?
Smart. Yeah. Well, that's actually
and I'll
smart.
take my little Zeppelin here. And
Now, the only downside to playing 1 card is that at the end of the round, when you score, single cards aren't worth anything.
Okay.
But that's okay. Okay. So I'm going to take 2 off the top. Actually, I'm going to grab a pilot. I like the pilots. Nice.
So I'm going to do that, and then I can advance to there.
Nice.
And I have the doctor, so I keep what's in my hand.
That's cool. And I actually probably played wrong. I'm going to grab this pilot here. That's your turn.
So I can grab 4 cards. And that puts me to 10, but that's okay.
Yep. I'm going to play an expedition. And I'm going to do purple. And we're going to do it with the pilot. So the pilot's kind of cool because he allows you to take an expedition at any other color. So the purple one, I've got the card requirement to move my boat up here.
Mm-hmm.
But then I can also do anywhere else as long as it's within the expedition size I have. So I'm going to take my little truck here and bump that one up there. Oh, and then in this case, because I didn't play a doctor, the remaining cards in my hand go back up top here.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I think what I will end up doing is I'm going to play these 2 with the doctor on top. So I'll keep my cards in my hand. And that one is...
I think it's the
down here.
Man Madel.
So I go up 1. Okay.
Okay.
That's my turn.
I'm going to draw. And I'm going to take the pilot here.
Okay, so I'm going to do... That's okay. I'm going to do those 2.
Okay.
So that includes the pilot, and that is this guy here. So I can go up to there.
That's right.
And then the pilot allows me
You
to
can go anywhere else that requires a 2 or less.
So I can go here.
Yep.
Perfect.
Excellent. Oh, and you played a pilot?
I did.
So your remaining cards now go into the draw deck.
Oh, that's right. So I have more.
So every single card goes down there. Yeah.
Oh, up here?
Yep, that's right.
Oh, okay.
So now we're down to drawing 1 face-up card or 1 face-down card.
Okay.
But I'm going to grab here.
Now you see everything I had.
That's right.
Okay. I'm going to take this guy.
Excellent. I'm going to, I think, play this actually. So I'm doing 2 pilots. So I get to advance anywhere. Well, first off, I advance in the Great Zimbabwe. And then I can choose anywhere else that's got a 2-card requirement or less. And I
About 5 in total, right?
Yeah, if you wanted to advance to the end, that's right.
Oh, okay.
So I'm actually going to advance here. And we haven't really talked about this place here yet. But it's got a little added bonus.
Okay.
And each of the tiles actually have added bonuses. But this is the recommended setup is to use this place here. But they all have other little things that add to it. So this, when you cross the line, you actually get to draw a card.
Nice. And that's what you leave?
Yep.
Okay. So this guy allows me to use 1 less.
Okay.
And so he is, where did he go?
So it's
Here.
man.
So I can go there.
That's right. I think I will draw.
I will take this back.
Like the pilots there.
Yeah, they seem to be pretty good. Them and the happy little doctors, actually.
That's right.
Happy large doctors.
Let me grab the botanist over here. So you've had a little bit of time with the bourbon now. How's any additional insights or thoughts behind it?
I am honestly loving this.
Mm.
It is really, really good. I've had quite a few bourbons, and but I like this one is just special.
It's delicious.
It
Absolutely
really
delicious.
is special. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, it's your turn.
My turn. So I will take this little guy. Do you have there?
Excellent. And I think we're going to play the pilot here. So 2 cards to advance. And then 2 somewhere else. And I think I'm going to go up here. Now I've got to discard the rest of my cards, so I'll put him down, but then I get to draw 2 from advancing there.
Okay. So I'm going to play this, which includes my pilot.
Yep.
So I'm going to go there, which I get to
Draw a card.
draw a card, and then I can advance by 2
Anywhere.
anywhere I'm at, and I believe I can go here.
Fantastic. I'm going to draw.
I'll take this one.
Okay, and I get to draw 2.
I'm going to actually draw 2 as well.
And I'm going to take 2 more.
I'm going to play two. I'm going to run out of room here.
You can put your smaller stacks, you can put underneath the other ones. Like if it's a single card, just place it separately down there.
Okay.
And it's a separate set.
Okay, so I got two there, so I've got the doctor. So I'm going to advance here, which means I get an extra card. And I get to keep my cards.
Okay. Oh, and actually you advanced here?
Yeah.
So you get 2 cards.
Oh, I get 2?
Yeah.
Oh, I only took 1. Video replay will show that I took 1.
Okay, I'm going to play a nice big set here for the botanist. If I check this, it equals or is greater to the number of cards. So I get an immediate 2 points over here. 1, 2. Mm-hmm. First score on the board, I should add. And then in the red section, I get to go up here. I do have to get rid of my cards, but I do get to draw 3 more from the deck.
I'll take this guy.
I'm going to throw out, not throw it, but I'll just slide this a little over if you don't mind. There you go. I'm going to put down, actually I can put them down here.
Touches my card.
I got a
Unbelievable.
green 2 set, so I'll move this 2 up here. And it's a doctor, so I get to keep my card.
Yippee. Okay, so I'm going to play that, which is here, which is 3-2 advance.
Nice.
But I also get to advance by 3 somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Where do I want to go? I think I'm actually going to do this. Because then I get 3 cards.
That's right, but the card in your hand's got to be discarded.
Oh, that's right. I want to use that. Oh, well. It's all good.
Okay, I'm going to grab the doctor.
I will grab this doctor. Doctor.
You're so big.
Doctor. Doctor.
Doctor.
I can't stop drinking it.
Oh, it's delicious.
So fantastic.
Okay, I'm going to draw from the stack. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to actually grab from the stack as well.
Okay. I'm going to play a single doctor in the blue section, allowing me to move my little card there. Because as a doctor, I get to keep my cards.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You would. All right, I'm going to grab one off the top.
I'm going to go to the stack. Okay. Oh, and if you draw a monkey, because we're going to be getting close to that soon,
yeah,
immediately reveal it.
Okay. Don't tell me to reveal the monkey.
How many cards you got there? You're going to be getting up.
I'm good.
Okay.
I am good.
Okay, I've drawn.
Monkey.
Okay, so you just hang on to that monkey over there. It does nothing.
It does nothing.
You just keep it face up and then draw another card to replace it. Okay, draw.
I'm going to play these 3.
Okay.
Like so.
Excellent.
Doctor is on top, so I keep my cards.
Nice.
And that is this one here,
Yep.
so I'm going to go up by
You
3.
think you're fancy, huh?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
I 100% do.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to try and pick up another one here.
Grabbing. Okay.
I'm going to do one more.
8 cards, 9 cards.
All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose some of my cards, but I'm going to do these 4.
Okay.
Which means I can advance. No, where are we here?
Yep.
And
Who's the
I get
pilot?
to 4. In another spot. Ooh, I can go there 4. Oh, I can go this 4.
So those cards in your hand go back.
Yeah.
But then you get to draw 4 more cards from the deck. That's pretty good. I think I want that green doctor.
I was holding out for another doctor. And he did not come. So I'm going to pick up one card.
Okay, so I'm going to play my 4 doctors. Really spin doctors, if you will.
Spinster.
I'm going to put them up over here. So, because as doctors get to keep my cards, and if you could slap my little truck head at the end there, that'd be great. Okay, yeah.
All right. I'm going to pick up a card.
Go and grab that pilot.
All right. I'm going to pick up a card.
Excellent. I think we're going to go... Really not yet.
You know.
I'm going to take this one.
So the more I sip, the more I'm getting a little bit buttery flavors to it and spices. Man, put that on a steak.
Ooh.
And that would be so good. I guess you could eat it with the steak.
Could you dip your steak in it?
Oh, you could definitely dip your steak in it. It's fantastic.
Do you often dip your meat in whiskeys?
Second monkey.
Oh, okay. So draw another card to make up for it.
That's right. Third monkey.
So the round immediately ends.
That's why I couldn't find the other monkey.
Okay. So these cards we'll just take. Well, up here.
Okay.
Okay. So now we do our scoring.
Okay.
So we'll score first our locations then.
Okay.
And maybe I'll score all your locations.
Sure.
And we'll score
Go ahead.
mine. So
Yeah.
here we got 3 points, 4 points. So that's 7. Plus 4 is 11. Plus 2 is 13. Plus 0
That
is 13.
really stinks.
Plus 0. So you get 13 points. So
Mhm.
move your little blimp up to 13. And then we'll do my location. So we got 2 plus 4 is 6.
0. You did, what was that? How many did you
So
get?
0 there.
Okay.
Plus 1 is 7.
Uh-huh.
Plus 2.
Minus 2.
Does that say minus 2?
It says minus 2.
So that's 7 down to 5.
Yeah.
Plus 5 gives me 10 here. And I was already at 2.
Oh.
So I go up to 12. So we're
Okay.
awful close.
Yep.
And then we're going to score our sets.
Okay.
So I'm going to score. Well, let's go with yours first. So any single card sets? 2. So just get rid of them. They're worthless.
Okay.
Okay. And then how many 2 card sets do you have?
2, 3, 4, 5.
So we got 5. So each of those is worth 1 point.
Okay.
So that'd be 5 more points here.
That's you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the blimp.
Okay.
Okay. So let's wipe them out of the way. So they're
Yep. I got 2 sets of 3.
excellent. Did you have a photographer anywhere?
Not on top.
Oh, okay.
No.
Excellent. Okay. So 2 sets of 3. Each of the sets of 3 are worth 3 points.
Okay.
So that'll give you 6. 4, 5, 6.
And 1 set of 4.
And 1 set of 4 is worth 5 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to do mine. First off, I get 2 points for still having the botanist.
Mm-hmm.
And then this returns.
Did you bought any?
I did. I got a single, which is worth nothing. I got 3 sets of 2, which are all worth 1 point. So 3, 1, 2, 3. And I've got a set of 3, which is worth 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And then I've got a set here worth 4, or 4 cards, so that's worth 5 points. 20, 25. And then I do have a set of 5 as well. So that's actually worth 8 points. And then another 8 for that.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And
Okay.
because I am an honest player, I think you have another set here.
Oh, thank you. So I'll give myself another 5 points then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic.
Okay.
Hey, thanks so much for catching that, Steve. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Would the Booker guy have been so honest?
I think so. If you mix water and bourbon together, I think you're going to be an honest person.
Sweet. You
Yeah.
must be. Okay, so what we do now is we rinse and repeat.
Okay.
Take this. So that was round 1. And really in a 2-player game, that means we're halfway finished. So
Okay.
we'll take this, we'll shuffle it up.
So when I first sat down and we revealed, I wasn't sure what to expect with this game, but I have to say that I quite enjoyed it so far, even though I'm losing. But that's okay. I beat you the last game, right?
That's true.
By quite a bit, if I remember
Although
correctly.
I don't like to linger on the past.
No, yeah, I bet you don't.
Okay, so we'll do that again. Big stack, stick 3 monkeys in it. Shuffle it up good. Is that shuffled really good?
Yeah, it's shuffled.
Okay, good enough. We'll stick the other on top. Okay, so initial impressions then. You're halfway through.
Yeah, I quite like it. I like the mechanics of it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and easy, nothing too complicated about it.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
As far as production quality goes, what do you think of the pieces here?
I really like it. I see no reason not to say 10.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is nice and it's simple, but I love the look of it all. From the cards, the game, even my little Zeppelins. But yeah, I see no reason not to give it a 10. 10 out of 10.
I think it's really good. I don't want to go quite 10 because could they have done more? Could they have, on the board here, could they have, recessed it a little bit so that, your pieces stay in perfectly smooth? I give it a solid 9. I think it's really good on production quality. Yeah. You haven't seen the other vehicles either, but they've got like a hot air balloon and a boat and a sailboat.
Okay.
All the pieces look really, really nice and really unique. I really like how actually, maybe this will move us to the next year. What do you think of the art style or the visuals on it?
Yeah, the visuals are really good. Some games, they definitely did not skip the expense of making sure that the colors pop and the scenes pop for it, and including the cards. Like they're good quality cards. So they didn't cheap out on those. Sometimes, let's be realistic, when they start production on them, they get a little cheap on them. But I think production as well. I, again, can't see anything that they could have necessarily done differently. I wasn't using the scoring. I mean, the little cardboard scoring things could have been a little different, maybe, instead of just cardboard. So let's go. I'm going to do a 9.75 just because I'm not a big fan of the cardboard scoring pieces. But that's it.
I really like the iconography of the game. Everything is super easy to understand. I was a bit concerned with there being 12 different rules, that it may be hard to remember what rule does what. But each of the cards, this is the one, pay one less card to advance. Very clearly marked on the cards what they are. So it's easy to remember the rules. I haven't played with all the other rules yet, so there's 6 others that I haven't used, and some of them have extra little boards and extra little pieces or mechanics that go along to change up the game to make it more interesting.
So I like the gameplay. Again, the mechanics, I like that. Nice and simple. So a lot of times when I'm playing a game, we've played lots of games, some really, really complicated ones, which are fun and can be really fun to play. But as I'm playing those, a lot of times I'll think, okay, but what about my friend that's not a huge game player? But I think with this one, you could pick that up and teach someone really quickly how to play it. So I love the mechanics. They thought about it. They've obviously tested quite a few ways of playing it as well. So yeah, hats off to the maker of this. I think that they hit it right on the nose with this one. I'd give it a Booker 10 out of 10.
I think it's fantastic. I'm really happy with it. And I really love how quick it is to teach this game to somebody. The rule book's only 5 or 6 pages long.
Sure.
It's pretty straightforward and quick to pick up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like it.
Shall we jump into it?
Let's do another round. I'll take a little doctor.
I'm in the purple section, and I'm going to play this single card because I can advance for 1 less. I'll slide up here. And that purple track of Man Madel? Is a bit tricky because that one, you can advance and lose points. It's only every other section that really scores your points on it.
Yeah, I got 0. You got -2.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Didn't help me in the end, but okay, I'm going to pick up 2.
Okay. I'm going to draw 2 as well.
I'm going to pick up another 2.
Doing the same. Grabbing 2.
I'm going to grab another 2.
Now, one thing we haven't really done yet in this game is so far we've been playing everything based on colored sets.
Yeah.
But you can also play different colored cards if they all have the same symbol. So if they're all doctors, for example.
Sorry. Say that again.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it here. So I'm playing 2 cards.
Yeah.
They're different colors, but they're both doctors. So it's still okay. And you go in whatever area your expedition leader is
on top.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, I ruled that you never said before. Yeah.
It happens.
Throw these things out.
It's a learning game.
Into the second round. Learning game. We'll go with that. Okay, I am actually going to do another pick of 2.
Gonna grab 1 here.
So I honestly can't play any of these cards. So what do I do? Because like I can't put down anything and advance on the board.
Well, that's why we keep the rules nearby.
Well, you check the rules. I'm gonna have another swig of this.
Note, you can play an expedition even if you do not meet the size requirement shown. If the expedition is not large enough, you simply don't advance your vehicle.
Oh, okay. So I will do this then with my doctor, and I will drop those 3. I just can't advance.
What happens if you did this?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that would work.
Or you can do your doctor and keep your cards, but that would allow you to advance the extra space you need.
Yeah, you just want to see what's in my hand.
I'm just looking out for your best interest.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course you are. Well, we got a ways to go. I'm going to do my doctor on top.
Okay.
And I will wait.
So you get to play that?
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. I am going to do 3 red with the -1 to advance my truck up next to your Zeppelin here. And then I get to draw 4 cards.
Nicely done. Here, I'm going to pick up. Okay.
I'm going to grab 3. Ooh. You know what? I hate to be passed, but I'm going to let you pass me. Okay. I'm going to draw 3 more. And I'm now at 10 cards.
I guess I got to pick up 3. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to play a large dig of 6 cards, which will meet the botanist size requirement. And that gives me an extra 2 points. And then that's it. Oh, and I get to advance here, and my little truck catches up to your Zeppelin. And those cards go back.
Okay. I am exploring Chichen
Ooh.
with 5.
Okay.
Moves me up.
You discard the cards in your hand up top.
No, I do not.
Oh, because of the doctor.
I have a doctor.
You're so sneaky. And then you get to draw 5 cards.
Doctor?
Again.
Doctor, and I just
Oh, wow.
have enough in my hand to do so.
That's pretty
3,
nuts.
4, 5.
I think we're going to go with the pilot over here. That Bookers is so good.
It's so good.
So good.
Go there.
Nice.
And then I can advance by 3 if I can. No. Oh,
Just down there.
just down here. Okay. Okay. The rest of these go in here. Got lots to choose from.
Yeah, that's now I am. Okay, I'm going to grab this one here.
All right. I'm going to pick up from here and see what it is.
Okay, I'm going to go here.
I'm going to go here.
And I'm going to draw from the top. Actually, maybe I should do this last time. I'm going to play an expedition of 3. It's in the green section, and I'm using the 1 less requirement, so it counts as 4 cards.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could move my little truck
It's here, right?
in the far end there,
Oh, you got the little.
and then this goes back.
Okay. I'm going to grab on this guy here.
I think I'm going to go back to my dreams of a pirate. Here. So one of the nice things about this game too is it can be played with 6 people.
Yeah.
And I find it personally kind of hard to find a good 6-player game. There are a lot out there that do 6, but they're not necessarily great games. So to find a good one is always a nice change. And each turn is quick enough.
Yeah.
It's back to you already. That it still goes nice and fast.
All right. So I haven't done this yet. I'm just going to
Okay.
do the botanist with 5 of these.
No.
Ooh.
So you're botanist. You steal this.
Mm-hmm.
You immediately get 2 points.
Yep.
Okay.
And this moves. Where are we? Here.
Yep. Excellent. I'm going to draw from the stack. Okay.
So you got okay.
Okay, and I get to draw 1 + 1. And I get to draw 4.
3, isn't it? 2 and +1.
Oh, yeah, 3. Thank you. Okay, and I drew a monkey. So the first monkey's been drawn. Draw a second card.
All right.
I think we're going to do this. Small expedition of 2 with my doctors. So it allows me to go up there.
Okay.
How many cards did you draw? Enough?
Oh, no, I did not, because I would pick up 3 + 1, so I would pick up 4. I did not pick up.
So I got 7 cards here, so I'm going to draw 3 and then map my cat.
So that moves him up to here.
Yep.
Plus I can move 6
Anywhere else?
anywhere else.
Nice. So the cards in your hand go back.
Oh, that's right. But I pick up 6.
Yep, that's right.
6. Okay. I picked up a monkey.
Nice.
Ooh, ah!
I'm going to play 1 doctor. Let me go up here, and I keep all my cards. Gotta grab my doctor.
So if I cannot pick up, I can only pick up 3 more.
Whatever your hand max is.
Whatever my hand max is, okay? Okay. I'm going to pick up those 3.
Okay, I'm going to lay down an expedition of 5 cards. Put it over here. So 5 cards in pink, so I get to advance here. But then I also get to do 5 up here. Ooh, oh, it takes 6 cards there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll go 5 over here. And then I get to pick up 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, so I'm just going to do a 2 and advance him there.
Nice. Okay, well, we'll lay down the photographer. So at least that'll bump up my number of scoreable cards. So set of 3, then all these get returned. Lots of good stuff.
All right, I'm going to grab this guy here.
Draw. Okay.
So, which moves me here,
With the
then also
pilot.
moves me there,
Nice.
and these go back in the bottom.
Lots of cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So do we know what we want, eh? Okay, I'm drawing.
Yeah. I'm going to have to draw as well.
What I don't want is that monkey.
Yes. No one wants the monkey. I'm going to take this one here.
You get to draw 2.
All right, drawn 2.
That monkey's gonna poke himself out soon. There he is. Okay, so the game's over.
Taking monkey. Okay.
Okay, so same thing. You still have the botany,
Yep.
so you get an extra 2 points.
I needed it.
Okay, and then we'll do all of your locations, your dig sites.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got 7 plus 8 is 15, plus 7 is 22, plus 5 is 27, plus 6 is 33, plus 3 is 36. That sounds fantastic. So you were 33, plus 36 will put you at 69. Okay, excellent. For myself, I've got 5, plus 6 is 11, plus 0.
Sorry, how much?
That'd be 0.
Oh, okay.
11 plus 3 is 14. Oh, plus 0 again. Plus 8. So
that's the 3.
Well, that's your Zeppelin.
Oh.
So I think that's 22 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no.
You're going the wrong way.
I think it was up here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Why I didn't just count it out.
20's hard.
20 is difficult. Okay, and then we'll do sets. So we'll start. Do you have any single sets?
I do not.
Okay, excellent. Sets of 2.
2. 1, 2.
Okay, and none of them are a photographer.
No, just
so that's 1 point. Okay, sets of 3.
3.
And each of those are worth 3, so that's 9. So you go from 70 to 79.
Yep.
Excellent. And then sets of 4.
1 set of 4.
1 set of 4. So that's worth 5 points. So 79 to 84. And then sets of 6 or more.
5.
5, yes.
I got 2 5s.
2 5s. So each of those are
16.
8 points. So it's 16. So that moves you from 84, 94, 100. Okay, so we're going to flip this over.
And I got a set of 6.
Set of 6 is an extra 12 points. So that puts you at 112. For myself, I got 1 single, which is worthless. I got 2 singles. And I got 2 sets of 2. So that's 2 points. 63 to 65. I've got 2 sets of 3. Actually, 3 sets of 3, which should be 9 points. So 65 becomes 74. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got a set of 5, which becomes 8 points. So 74 becomes 82. And then 12 points from my set of 6 means 82 to 94. And that is the end of the game. And you have won, Steve.
Woo! Remind me, I know you don't live in the past, but the last time we played, who won that game?
I don't like to live in the past, but I can't remember really.
Oh, I do.
It's
yeah, I won.
So what was that last game you played?
That was your whole Steve has a colorblind affliction.
Right.
And so we played a game that you thought you would be able to win. Hands down, no problem.
So the game was Maglev Metro.
Yeah.
And Steve is colorblind, so I thought it would be interesting to try to play a game that I found the colors kind of difficult to discern.
It was like extremely difficult. I couldn't tell the difference between most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
and it was kind of fun, and then it was kind of sad. And then Steve ended up still winning that game, even with a little bit of a disadvantage behind it.
Yeah.
But to the colorblind piece, what additional challenge does this bring to you when playing board games?
So this game was actually really good at it, in the fact that they've put really good different symbols on each of the pieces. But sometimes I played, so I can think of one like Takenoko. It's a favorite of my wife and I. We really enjoy that game. But they put the same symbol on the different colors for some of the pieces.
Ooh.
So it's tough for me to be able to see what the difference is. Or the symbols can be a little bit too similar to each other. But this game, they've done a really good job. Maybe someone that is colorblind was part of the process of putting it together, because this one's done really well.
Yeah, some developers really put a lot of foresight into that to think about this customer base. Because really it's 1 in 12, 1 in 13 males are born with color blindness or some form or variation of it. So it is quite common, and it really does impact people's ability to play games.
Yeah.
I think you had made a comment before when we were chatting that you're not just thinking about strategy with games, but sometimes a lot of your focus is just strictly to trying to differentiate the game pieces apart from each other.
Yeah, and it gets frustrating because you're trying to, everyone else is strategizing and that's all they're doing. Me, I have to look at, okay, well, what color is that and what's this, what shape is that, so that I can collect the right cards or the right pieces to then put down. And it's happened to me a number of times, even with us playing. I think, oh, okay, I've got everything I need, and I put it down and you're like, Steve, you've had too much Bookers. Those are two different colors that you've got going on there. So it does happen. And I can rant a little bit about it just because it can be frustrating. But I have to, hands down to these guys, hats off. They've done a really nice job of making sure that this is done well.
Yeah. So
Archeos
Society.
Archeos Society. Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah.
I really liked it. So there is one last thing that we have to do. And I think it's just fitting because we really enjoyed the Bookers so much that we have to follow Booker No's way of drinking.
We got to try the Bookers tea.
We got to do the Kentucky tea.
We'll be back.
We really didn't need to come back. I already had the water with me.
Okay. Here we are. So it's cold water that you make this with?
Why not?
Well, it's tea.
Yeah.
Oh, like the iced tea
thing. Like iced tea.
Like iced tea, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's put...
Do we need to measure it all? Or
I mean, they said 4 parts, but I think we'll just...
Should we do the 1 part whiskey first?
No.
Okay.
I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be fine.
I'm just scared your ratios may be a little off.
My ratio should be pretty
Does
good.
Does it feel a little scary taking such a expensive bourbon
I am nervous
and
about
throwing
it.
a ton of water at it? So normally we do a couple of drops to just open it up.
Exactly. Yeah. Which, funny again, with this Bookers, I wouldn't add anything to it. A lot of times, especially with the higher alcohol volume, you can put a couple of drops and it just opens things up.
In fairness, we should have put a few drops in just to try it or taste to see what
we
the
can.
flavor.
We will. We can do that afterwards because we can try some more of that Bookers. But let's do Kentucky tea. So if Booker Noah had us over to his place for supper, this is what he would have possibly made for us or given to us.
It looks, so initial coloration, it's almost like it's hazy, cloudy. Like it looks like the oils are struggling to
mix.
To mix, yeah.
I've always loved sweet tea. Like when we go to the United States and you're at a restaurant, they want some sweet teas. I love it. Not everyone does. It's kind of strange in Canada to us, but all right, let's give her a go. Okay, so it's not my favorite thing, but I have to say,
tasty.
It is tasty.
Would I want to waste good Bookers drinking it like this? No, but this is actually enjoyable.
But if you were Booker or of the Noah family,
if I was brewing
and you had
lots
on hand, that is awesome because I could see sitting around
how good it is.
The pool or sitting on your porch watching everyone go by and enjoying that.
That's quite refreshing.
So again, I think it's because Booker seems to have a higher alcohol volume to it that even adding it in, it's popping with flavor. I'm quite surprised because I just said a moment ago, it's not my favorite thing, but it might just be
it's pretty good.
Something that I really would do because you don't have to use a lot of your Bookers up.
It's almost as surprising as your use of the phrase popping, but it's surprisingly delicious. So I want to immediately start trying this with other whiskeys now and seeing what the difference is or what the taste is. So
not to rain on your parade, but again, you would have to have a whiskey that has that higher alcohol content to it. Like this is 126.5 proof. You don't find many that are like that. So I think you'd have to start with a whiskey that's over 100 proof, 100 proof minimum.
And there's a slight difference in cost too, because your average tea bag is what, 20 cents a bag.
Yeah.
Whereas this would add up a little bit more, but it's surprisingly good.
Yeah. And you know what? Like I think that bottle was about $80 American.
Okay.
So it's still in the $110 range and Canadian, which for a bottle like. Don't tell Booker Noah this. I pay more for that than I did, because now that I know, if I see that again, I'm grabbing another bottle of whatever they're putting out, because that's fantastic.
I'm actually very surprised at how good it is just in this form.
Yeah, because you could even do like crushed ice and a little bit, and that would be like,
I think it would enhance it.
Yeah, sitting around the pool in Mexico.
I think
before we go for our Chichen Itza tour.
I think the reference to the tea is really the concentration of flavor. It is really on par with the same level of flavor you get from a non-sweetened tea.
Yeah, I agree.
Huh. That's good.
Well, I have to say, for our first episode, I think we played a fantastic game, and we really enjoyed a fantastic bottle of bourbon.
Yeah, so if you're going to play Archeos Society, you're going to want to pair it.
You're going to want to drink
Bookers.
some Bookers.
Okay.
Love it. Well, we hope you enjoyed. And we're going to try and keep putting these out as much as we can. And hopefully you'll enjoy the journey with us. Tried a different game, something new. We tried a new bottle of whiskey. I think it was a success.
Yeah, and the goal for these episodes really is to have one kind of main episode like this once a month.
Yeah.
So nothing too crazy. Yeah. But we may lace in there a few other little things along the way, maybe short board game reviews or learn to plays for other games as well.
And you'll see me pop up from time to time. Maybe we'll do just a whiskey tasting or review. I am not an expert, but I really do enjoy different types of whiskeys, different spirits, and we'll put those out there too. And if you're really new at enjoying whiskey and you're like, oh my goodness, all I ever taste is the alcohol content, it takes a little bit of time, and you can really start to enjoy the flavors that come with it. So like I have at home a nosing box or nosing kit to allow me to smell the different things like soil, which you're going to smell, caramel, honeys, spices, all those different things. And that really helps us to enhance your tasting of whiskey and really bring it to life. Like there's not much out there that will give you the same amount of enjoyment as sitting down with a good friend and enjoying a nice bottle of whiskey together. But yeah, things like that. So I'll put up a video of that, and we're going to put lots of content out there for you guys.
Excellent. Okay.
And gals.
Thank you so much for watching. Do all the things, ring the bells, do the thumbs up. And thank you so much for joining us on this journey.
Have a great day, everyone.